Aloha, all my paranormal people. Lamech here at Insane Disappearances. Well, I have been reading over a case. It's a young 15-year-old boy named Austin Sparks. He went missing on January 4th, 2004 in Montgomery Creek, California. He's about 5 feet, 115 pounds. Uh, Austin was homesick from school with his dad on January 4th, 2004. He awoke at 7 a.m. and walked to the Acorn Cafe, which is located on Highway 299 in Montgomery Creek, California. The town sits on the northeast of Shasta Lake and close to the Pitt River, which flows into the eastern side of the reservoir. The area just to the west of the town is extremely remote and rugged. Austin walked in the snow from his residence to the cafe and entered it twice. People at the cafe saw Austin, and that was the last confirmed sighting of the boy. Uh, Austin was reported missing by his father, and a search of the area was quickly ensued. He was wearing a special type of shoe that had a very unique and identifiable sole. The county sheriff tracked Austin's shoe prints for over 2 miles in a westerly direction through snow that was sometimes over a foot deep. Deputies eventually made their way to the banks of the Pitt River where the tracks were lost. Deputies who tracked Austin to the banks uh, uh, um, to the banks of the river specifically stated that the area is extremely remote and very rugged. It was virtually inaccessible to their personnel, and they couldn't understand how Austin could have made it that far. Deputies performed a thorough search of the river, and they believed that Austin may have drowned. Austin's dad said the boy had never been in that area before, and he wouldn't have entered the water in the middle of the winter, even if it was, even if it wasn't voluntarily, you know. So the dad believes that Austin somehow became disoriented, got lost, and died in the elements, even though his body was never recovered. Now, to me, if you got experienced law enforcement personnel that could barely make it through rugged areas like that in a dense wilderness, it's kind of hard to believe that someone of Austin's size, I mean, he was pretty frail, he was 15 years old, how could he have made it that far? Now, a lot of the cases dealing with disappearances like this, when a person is on his way out of a place where he was last seen, somewhere between where he was found and where he was last seen, he somehow vanishes from that point and ends up in some area that is completely inaccessible to most people. I'm talking areas where you could never really get through because it's so dense. It may be thorns in the area. It could be anything. It could be a dead drop into a ravine or a box canyon. There is really no way for that person to even get there, especially if it's like 1 or 2 feet of snow. Now, a lot of the theories in a situation like that would be he was carried there by something or someone. Now, here's the crazy part. In a situation like this, if you are a veteran cop, you can tell if the person who took this other person was human or whatever, because if it was a serial killer or if it was a pedophile, a lot of these avenues and a lot of these theories get thrown out because there's no way that they would actually do something like that if they know the mind of this criminal. So, in that case, whatever their theory was, how he got that far, where he was found. Well, he was never found. So that's the even crazier part. That's the even crazier part. So in a situation like him, that's one of those weird cases where they just vanish without a trace. Okay, so somewhere along the line between where he was last seen and where he might have disappeared at, he just vanished because, like I said, they tracked his footprints to the edge of the bank where this pit river was, and they just disappeared. So somehow, some way, he was picked up at that point, or that's where he. Yeah, there's a lot of reasons why it could be some sort of dimensional pocket that is unseen by the naked eye, and he walked right into it, and he just walked into oblivion. It could be UFOs. It could be some creature that knows how to. Let's say that's another thing. That's another thing that I've been looking at when it comes to these cases. A lot of these people, they tend to just everybody that seems to disappear without a trace, they always seem to just end up walking to a certain place, and then after they're seen for the last time, they walk out of that place and then they just gone. So I'm thinking that whatever this thing is has the ability to control the mind, and they'll let them walk into an area where there's a lot of people, let that person be seen, and then they walk out and walk towards an area that they never should have even been in the first place, or wouldn't have been able to get to. So they let them be seen for the last time, and then they take them and they just disappear from this plane, and they end up somewhere else. I don't know. George Norrie always mentions that part where they say it could be some dimensional portal that they walk into. And that's a very good factor, if you ask me. David Paulides, he likes to just state the facts, and that's a very astute way of doing things. Okay, because you got to have facts in order to know what's really going on. But sometimes I feel like we need to step out of the realm of natural thinking. If you have a cop mind, yeah, you're gonna do that. I'm not saying that the way he's doing it is excellent. I mean, I have a lot of respect for David Paulides, because he gets down to the nitty gritty and he lets you see what the evidence tells you and what the facts tell you. Then you can just go from there. I'm not saying that I can tell you exactly what happened. I'm not. I don't know what exactly happened, but I do have theories. And see, I'm more of a supernatural UFO, alien, just like kind of guy. If there's a portal somewhere a person just walks into and just disappears, I'm gonna believe it. Because I know that there's some other stuff going on this planet that we don't know about. So to me, I'm thinking that he walked into some type of dimensional hole, or some kind of creature took him, and they were able to control his mind from a distance, or they were probably invisible and was controlling their mind from that point, controlling him like a remote control car or something. And they used his own mind against him and led him to a spot where they could take him. Maybe when they get taken, they can only take him to a certain spot for them to actually disappear. I don't know. That's just my theory, and I have a lot of other theories too, that from the stuff that I've learned over the years. But that was pretty much the case on that. There was really no other information. If there is, it's open to the public. If you are a resident of this area, this Montgomery Creek, California, you could probably get a Freedom of Information Act form and fill it out to get the case file. As you can see, David Paulides already has it. But it's the weird cases that he can never get his hands on, especially if it has something to do with the national parks. They'll never get that up, because there was a guy that called into Coast to Coast one time when he was being interviewed by George Norrie, and he was he was a Green Beret. And he said that the reason why you can never get that file is because the people who are involved in that search, who are Green Berets, their information on these people are classified, and they are listed in the file, and the information cannot be seen by any other person other than them. So, and this is another thing. Okay, he also said that they are especially requested by the national parks. And I think the reason why they do that is because they know for a fact that no one would ever get that file. Because if the Green Berets who have classified information, and as far as their names and all that stuff, they know that no one would be able to get that file because it is classified. So that would be one of the main reasons why they never give that file up. You know, I had to think about that. You know, and David Paulides asked him a lot of questions. You know, and he answered them every time. Whether he believed it or not, I don't know. But that's what he said. You know, so. But yeah, like I said, I figured I got a little time to read up on the story and give you guys the information. So I will continue to try and do that because like I said before, I'm gonna be leaving town to go to my grandmother's funeral. So hopefully during my time there, I'll actually be able to read up on another story. But you may see another one tonight. I'm not sure. And I try to read the small cases first because a lot of them are very detailed and very long. So it takes a lot of reading and a lot of memorizing. So I'll try to read the small cases first that have the type of details that I would like for you people to know about, and I will definitely get back to you with that information, and I'll post it on my page. So stay tuned. We'll be definitely bringing more cases to you guys. So like and subscribe to my page. Send me a comment. Let me know what you think. And once again, I want to thank Kim Star 66 for sending me that comment. I was really happy from hearing from her. And there was a new guy I saw up there. His name was it started with an ST. I believe it's I think it's Stocky. I gotta read his name again. He sent me a post. He sent me a comment today, but I couldn't find it on my page. So big ups to you. I'm glad you like my videos, and I like and subscribe to your page too. So I just want to say thank you for watching my videos, and I hope you like the ones that are coming, in the near future. So thank you guys, and like I said, like and subscribe at the bottom. Send me a comment. You know what I'm saying? And I will definitely, if you have any cases, any type of personal experiences with national parks where something happened to you but you walked away from it, if you know someone personally who had an experience like that and they walked away from it, send me a comment or email me at meckd@comcast.net. That's MECKDEE at comcast.net, all lowercase. Okay, send me, drop me an email, or you can, like I said, you can comment your story on the comment section below, and if you want me to, with your permission, I will talk about your experience or a personal friend's experience, on one of my vlogs. Like I said, with your permission. If not, I won't. If you don't want me to mention your page name, I won't mention that either. But still, you know, keep it coming, guys. I'm really enjoying the fact that you guys are loving my videos, and I like the fact that you're sending me comments. So, and I will definitely keep making sure that I get these cases out there to you guys, so that you can see what's going on in these national parks. And me personally, I'm not saying that you shouldn't go. I'm gonna say the same thing David Paulides always says. If you like nature, you like to hike, all this stuff, do it. But please, 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 always make sure you have a personal locator, okay? A personal transponder locator with you. And carry a gun and always be in a group. Never fall behind, never get ahead of someone, okay? Always stay in a tight group to where you guys, because one of you guys might not make it back. I'm just being honest. It is what it is, you know. And all these disappearances are randomly done, so but anyway, I only have so much time left. They only give me 15 minutes. So always imparting. Aloha, mahalo, ahui ho, which means till we meet again, and we definitely will. So be blessed, guys. Peace.